from CDB Eventing. I am going to try and vlog today. I did try and vlog yesterday, but I kind of ran out of oomph. As you can see, I'm on the sofa currently. This is cool. This is a cool picture of Eddie, owned by Claire Parnell at Hicksted. I love it very, very, very much, and she very kindly gifted it to me. I was feeling a bit ill this morning. It's because I have this quite a lot. It's because of when I wake up, I feel mentally awful and just ill generally, and then I have to wait a couple of hours for my medications to kick in. Sometimes it's no problem at all, but sometimes it does take a couple of hours, and today's one of those times. I feel lots better now, but I was just feeling really awful, so I can go to the yard. It's now 10:30 and I'm about to make my way down to the yard. Today we have the vet coming because Phoebus has hurt himself. I'll explain more about that when I'm at the yard. It's a strange injury, it's an interesting one. Then Pippin, I think, is having the day off because he's lost his shoe, and I rode him yesterday, so I don't really want to override him and make him sore on his foot because he's not at the moment, which is great. Sandy, I will school, and there's someone very exciting that I would like to introduce you to also when we get to the yard. So yeah, that's the plan.
I've been watching you for some time. Can't stop staring at those ocean eyes. Burning cities and napalm skies. 15 flares inside those ocean eyes. Ocean eyes on fire. You really know how to make me cry when you give me those ocean eyes on fire.
So I'm at the yard now. I'm currently in Sandy's stable, harassing him with my camera. Hey. I'm just waiting for the vet to come to do Phoebus. I will explain about it. I'll go and do that now actually. Just give you a bit of an explanation about why the vet's coming. Okay, so this is the surprise. I know she doesn't look like a surprise because she's ginger. But this is Molly. Oh yeah. I know you don't want to be on camera. So we have had Molly for 5 days now. Can you stop? We've had her for 5 days now. She made the journey all the way down from Aberdeen in Scotland. I think it was Aberdeen. Which was like a 12-hour journey, so she's basically just been in the field since then to loosen up. She has competed up to B100 level with a junior rider. However, she's been off work for at least 6 weeks, so she's a bit chunky and she's very unfit at the moment. So we haven't really been able to kind of see what she can do yet because she's too unfit to jump or school properly. So at the moment, stop being grumpy. You're lovely. Show the world how nice you are. This doesn't reflect her character at all. Normally she's such a sweetie. She's just angry for some reason. I'm sleepy. Is that why? Yeah, so the plan with her is to bring her back into work slowly. At the moment, she's doing a lot of lunging. I'm just kind of schooling her for about 10 minutes at a time after lunging her because I don't know her very well. She's a bit fruity, she's been room for so long. She's doing a lot of water work in the river, which she did yesterday. Today, I'm going to get on her again and we'll see how that goes. She was bought very, very, very cheaply for what she is. So hopefully she's an absolute superstar and we can go eventing and have lots of fun together. And she says, that's it, I'm off. I don't want to be in this anymore. Surprise! Mares. Forgot to say she's a 16 to 9-year-old Irish sports horse. And she's normally a lot less grumpy. So you may be thinking you're seeing double, but you're not. This is Phoebus. Phoebus I've had for about 7 years now. He's the one seeing the vet today. He's a bit wary of me because of the reason seeing the vet. I'll try and show you the best I can. Come here, Bubby. I know it's alright, okay. There you go. Right, okay. I don't know whether you can actually see that, but that's the best I can do because he's very, very head shy because of it. Phoebus has somehow banged his head. I don't know whether he did it, he must have done it in the field. I'm not sure how, but it's a very hard impact. He did it 4 days ago because it was a very small wound. I didn't think it was anything serious, but the swelling hasn't gone down. So we're now looking at potentially a fractured skull or an abscess from like a splinter of wood being in there or something. So we're having it checked out today.
It's a good egg. Is that just growing a horn?
Oh yeah, he's a unicorn. Oh, sweetie. This weather is miserable. I'm in the feed room right now. Maybe I should angle you differently so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just getting Phoebus's feed, and as he has been prescribed bute, we have special buckets for that. That is because we go to some international events, so like some FEI ones, and we don't want any potential contamination between horses. We don't have anything booked in at the moment, but it's just a good yard rule to keep all the time, so that when you actually need it, it's there. So we will be having the feed in these. Right, so this is what we've got from the vet. He's having 1 sachet of bute a day, but he's having one in his evening feed tonight, which is this one, and then one in his morning feed, one of these, which are antibiotics. He's having one of those a day. These are always such a pain to open. Oh my god. Oh, okay, that went everywhere. There's a lot in here. Luckily, Phoebus is a really good eater. If I had Sandy, for instance, that needed this, I would need to change his feed a lot to get him to actually eat it. Along with the bute buckets, we have a bute mixer. And he will be getting extra water in his feed because he's got extra powder in them. So just to make sure that it all gets kind of soaked up and it doesn't taste too bad. If he does go off his food, which is very unlikely because he really loves it, what we tend to do is cut up apples and carrots really, really small, or even grate them. And mix them in so that it tastes a lot better. Sorted. So, poor Phoebus is very, very sleepy, as you can see. He's been sedated because we couldn't get near, like, above here on his head. Even though he's very asleep, you can still see that he's touchy about that. He does get very hot when he's sedated. Like, even that, you can see he's not happy. It really hurts him. Anyway, he gets pretty hot when he's sedated, so I'm going to have to give him a couple of sponge baths in the next hour or so. He's obviously not allowed food, so he's had his hay net taken away, so he's extra grumpy. Basically, what happened is he's obviously whacked his head. There's a lot of soft tissue around there that she hopes that's what is damaged, but the lump is mainly solid, and in the middle it's very solid, so there's a possibility that he's chipped the bone off the top of they have kind of bony lumps here, like in front of their poll, and she thinks that he might have chipped a bit off that, and that's basically surgery if he needs it. It's like it's really a small surgery. They're literally just like, she described it as opening it and scooping it out. But that would be a long time he had to have off. So there's no way of telling that other than x-ray, but she says give it a week of bute and antibiotics, because she's worried that if there's an infection then it can go down, can go really deep, in like just deep into his body, because there's a ligament that attaches here. She doesn't want that to get infected, because that could be really, really serious. Again, if you're watching this and you're a vet or a vet student, I don't really know what I'm talking about. This is just what she said, or my interpretation of what she said, so it might be very incorrect. But basically we've got to wait a week to see if it goes down, and if he's more comfortable. If it doesn't go down, then he's going to have surgery. Well, he's going to have an x-ray and then surgery, probably. Day in the life of CBB. Crazy things happen. It's raining so hard outside. Like, it's almost a storm, kind of, that level of rain. We don't have an indoor school. We're not fair weather riders, we're eventers, we can do this. Top tip though, that I learned a couple of years ago with Phoebus, my other horse, one of my other horses. If you have a horse that doesn't like water in his ears when it's raining, or if you have a horse that you find head shakes in the rain, it's most likely because they don't like the water in their ears, so put ears on them. These are the only ones that I could find today. So he is very bright and flashing, but we'll go with it. So this is Sandy before. This is before we're gonna get drenched. Hi. Afterwards. Why is he so obsessed with dogs? It's an actual thing. He loves them.
Pixies don't want to be dogs.
Pixies!
So you can help them now, because you can't get along.
So cute.
Yes. That is cute.
What is going on here? So, I've dried off slightly. My makeup's run everywhere. I've changed shirts and coats. It stopped raining for a minute, so I'm going to ride Molly. She looks a lot different tacked up. Hopefully she's a good girl. Hopefully. Sandy was incredible. So I've just gotten off Princess Molly. She was such a good girl. She's coming on so fast, I can't believe it. She's made so much progress, and I've ridden her 3 times. You're a good wee lass, aren't you? No escaping. I say that because she's Scottish. I'm racist. Sorry, Scottish people. So at the minute, I'm very much just getting to know her. Oh, wow. She is, but she's been a superstar recently, and she's come on every single ride, so I'm very excited to see. She's a lot fitter than I thought she was going to be, so hopefully I can jump her soon, because I'm dying to. She's a good girl. Okay, so the horses are now just eating his feed, having a munch. I've just cleaned all my tack because it was disgusting after being in the rain. Like, my saddle's normally really shiny, and it was genuinely matte. Like, it was really bad. So I've put loads of grease. Well, I cleaned them and then I put loads of grease on it, and then I'm going to leave the cover off so that it can dry itself and all the moisture goes. Yeah, and I've cleaned everything up, and then once the horses are finished eating, they're going to go out in the field. They go out early because it's 10 to 3, so they can have an early night. They're all going out naked, I think, because it's going to rain all night. It's going to be hot as well, so I don't really know. But yeah, I feel like I'm actually going to get abused for putting them out in the rain naked. But they'll be too hot with lightweights, and lightweights are not designed to sustain heavy rain. so they're just going to have wet rugs on them, even if I do fly rugs or lightweight. So they're going out naked with no fly masks, because hopefully there shouldn't be any flies. But I feel awful. I've just got feed ready for the field, and I actually look like a crazy person because he can't wear a head collar. So I'm leading him with a lead rope. Luckily, he's trained to neck rope when we ride, so he's a very good boy. So this is Pippin. Pippin has lost a shoe. So, to make sure that he doesn't get sore while he's in the field, cantering around and playing, I'm going to wrap it up and put a hoof boot on it. Fun.
Can't stop thinking of your diamond. Careful creature made friends with time. You left her lonely with the diamond. And so should I. No fun. You wanna make me cry. Give me those oceans. Let's go.
Vlog here, guys. I'm literally all done. I'm just waiting for my parents to pick me up. That sounds weird. It's because my ankle is too sore to drive and ride, so I chose riding, obviously. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, comment what you would like to see next, and if you liked this, because if people don't like it, then I'm not going to do them, but I hope people like them because they're quite fun to do. So anyway, thanks you guys so much for watching. I love all your support. Thank you. Bye.